Hi everyone, Sharon here with Maxine again. The first video that you're going to see, or the first shot, is something that I filmed while I was walking to the Apple store this morning. So here it is. Wasn't that great? I just loved it. Okay, this is a pumpkin patch that our cousin wanted to go to. She has a little 16-month-old little boy, and I just love the sky here. My God, it's gorgeous. But anyway, so you're going to see more pumpkins than you ever wanted to see, probably, in this video, but I was amazed at what they did with pumpkins. So you kind of have to park in one spot and then walk a little ways, but everything on the way is beautiful. I thought so anyway. And to me, this is what Switzerland is supposed to look like. Swiss chalets and, lederhosen and that kind of stuff. But you don't get that in Zurich. Anyway, this made me happy to be in this spot. This is my 360-degree view. And I love old farm implements. And I guess this is, I'll show you a closer picture of that. There it is. And I think it must be some sort of plow, but I don't exactly know how that worked. But anyway, and you'll see throughout this video that they make these big statues and things out of pumpkins, and you'll also see how they do it because they were in the process of making one. And they had several of these grinding stones around, but I really didn't know that so many different varieties of pumpkins and squashes were available to grow. So here's another clown made out of pumpkins and squash. And just every size, shape, color you can imagine. They're just amazing and everywhere. Yeah, this is a tiger jumping through a ring of fire. And I thought this was great too, a rabbit coming out of a hat. And this is actually a lake. I don't know the name of it, but very nice lake, beautiful water. And that little goat, you'll see in a little bit, he tried to eat my clothes right off my body. There's another figure, a guy like throwing knives at a woman on a wheel. And this this was little bunny rabbits. Oh, and they had an area where you could lay in a hammock and swing. Yeah, and this is a tractor made out of pumpkins. And this is a real tractor, but I've never seen anything like this before. I wanted it. And here's some more of their vineyards by the lake. This is Ishvan and our cousin. And this guy is just dressed in mesh, and you'll see how they decorate him. And I especially like those kind of gourds myself. And if I could grow those, well, actually, we bought a small one like that, and we're going to open it up before we leave and take the seeds out and take it home. This is a big chicken made out of pumpkins. Oh, and I like this horse. I especially liked Top Notch on top of his head. Really, have you ever seen um, a pumpkin or a gourd like that? I'm not sure what the difference is between gourds and pumpkins. And that yellow one that is in the background there, I'll show you pretty soon. I'll have a better picture of it. Yeah, so this is like a circus bareback rider made out of pumpkins. Okay, yeah, here's the big one. And I'm not sure why they had that on that little cart. I don't know if it was their biggest one. And this was, I think those are called calliopes. Mostly a circus theme. And then you could buy, you know, the stuff to carve the pumpkins. And they had samples of different, I think this was different kinds of breads. This was a display of the different kinds of grains. I'm not sure why a pumpkin patch. There, did you see that? See that? He tried to eat my clothes. He's a feisty little guy. And this is the fanciest chicken I've ever seen in my life. I liked him a lot. And there's a rabbit stretching. And they went crazy. Just after I turned my camera off, they started chasing each other around. And I got my phone ready again to shoot, and they all froze. Didn't move anymore. And these are actually real small ones that you can buy. And they're just, for me, amazing. And they had the most beautiful produce, beautiful heads of lettuce. The only thing that didn't look spectacular was their little strawberries. They looked kind of puny, but boy, the rest of their fruit and vegetables was beautiful. And then inside the little store, they had a lot of different things, of course, you know, that you could buy. Beautiful bread. And these were pumpkin seeds that had different coatings on them, and you could try them to see if you wanted to buy them. And these are really tiny little corn on the cobs with interesting looking husks. So this is how they do those are all little pumpkins or gourds or squash, and they put those little ties on them. And then, so this clown is dressed in mesh, and then they just start attaching the pumpkins to the mesh wire. And as they worked on it, I kept kind of coming back, and they'd have a little more done and a little more done. And these three ladies were really having a good time doing that. They were laughing and joking around. And they also had these fire pits that you could, well, I'm not sure why I shot that and then went back to them. But you could, roast your hot dogs or whatever you wanted. I didn't see any marshmallows, and this is a house that is right there next to the farm, and their front yard was just beautiful. And these are damask roses. I love roses, especially damask. So that's it, you guys. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it.